YouTube. Join me for a little bit of corn harvest this afternoon. We're actually in the last field of corn harvest. So might not get done tonight, but we will get close. So get down to the end of the field here. We'll turn around. We'll be unloading on the go, so I'll unload without stopping. The grain cart will pull up next to me. You can see off in the distance the grain bins there. We are harvesting at home, at our home base, so trucks are moving pretty quick because that's as far as they got to go. They don't even need to go on the road. So we'll just be cruising along here for a while. You can kind of enjoy corn harvest. Feel free to ask me any questions. Take a tour of the cab. We can do whatever. Just have you along for the ride for a while. Quite a bit of trash coming in the head right now. Kind of, this field depends on where I'm at, how trashy it gets. Pulling a lot of leaves and stuff into the machine. Not a big deal, but occasionally piles up, but not a big problem. Almost to the end here, and we'll turn around and start getting unloaded in just a minute. Truck over there waiting to be loaded. Turn around and we'll be headed back the other way here in just a second. Go. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for hopping on here. Haven't done a lot of YouTube live, so figured time to get back into one here. I'll dive back in the corn. So see, we catch up to the tractor up there. We will unload on that while we are still moving. Combine drives itself. I turn around at the end, but it handles itself. It's all GPS guided by satellite, and this row right here for corn specifically has a couple of feelers on it that ride on the stalk and kind of fine-tune the steering. So I'm steering, keep an eye on everything else, make sure everything's going well, keep an eye on everything. And we're getting ready to unload here, so click my auger out. You see the auger jump out here in a minute. There it is. And we will get ready to unload on the grain cart here in just a second. I will probably get him pretty full. I have enough for a truckload here. I don't know if you can read the LED readout on the side of the cart. So it's like 42,000 pounds right now. So you can get up close to 60. Be good for a truckload. So the corn comes in. So I got some trash piling up. If that doesn't go away, I'll have to stop for a second. Corn goes in, corn goes out. about the end of harvest. We're gonna should finish up tomorrow. Everything goes well. But the rest of this field and one soybean field will be done. About 54,000 on now, and I'm starting to run out in my grain tank. I pretty well have a truckload on here. I'll have room to spare. I'm just about empty. Oh, look at that. That, of course, would happen on live. It is windy today, too. It actually kind of affects the stream of corn coming out there. So, you can go ahead and turn around and load the truck. See, that trash went away, which is good. And we can fold the auger back in. Say goodbye to that. I know my window's dirty into the grain tank, but you kind of see the corn coming in. Actually, a better view might be if we pull up the camera, if it's not dirty. So that's kind of what's going on behind me there. It's kind of hard to focus. Yeah, that's what we're watching for, getting those leaves piled up. It's been kind of a thing across the country this year because it's been very dry. So kind of the top part of the plant's breaking off and just kind of fluffy and piling up there. I think that pile is going to go away in a minute. If it starts leaning over the corn in front of it, then I really got to stop and get rid of it. It's kind of between the rows, so it'll probably go away here short. Should be fine. Let's keep driving along here. I see a deer up here in this grass waterway. Probably run away before you guys can see it. It's right about there, watching me, taking away their hiding spot. Got her ears perked up, watching me. Oh, now she's running away. Back in the corn. They go back and hide in the corn until there's no corn left. So I gotta take a partial pass here because I had to go around that grass. So only taking off 5 rows here instead of 12 for a second. Then I will hop to the other side of the grass. That waterway is there for erosion purposes, so that's why the grass is there. Just about at the end here. There we go. Get turned around. And we will jump back in. There we go. May have to stop and wait for the grain cart. He went off to the truck, and I'm going to be getting full pretty soon. If we do have to stop and wait a minute, I can get out and show you what we're driving here. probably won't quite get back to me before I get full, so we'll have to sit and wait for him. Still go quite a bit more. We are getting somewhat full. Can't get all the way to the far end though. So, give me a minute here. When we get full, if he doesn't come back to me, we'll get out and look at the outside of the combine. I'll apologize in advance. It is very windy outside, so if I step out there, it's going to be a little bit noisy. Find a mic to work with this phone. I've got some in here, but they don't seem to want to play nice with this phone. This machine is a 2023 John Deere S780 combine, 12-row C12F corn head, folding corn head, so it'll fold down to the width of a 6th row for transport. I can see him up there pulling away from the truck. We are just about full right now, so I need to wait him to get back here. He can unload me. He's going to be coming pretty quick. Yeah, he's coming down this way. We'll take a look at that tractor instead of the combine, since he's going to be here in a second. Got my unload auger out, waiting for him. It is warm today and tomorrow, so we're like 80 degrees Fahrenheit today. That's partially why it's so windy. We got this weather change coming through, and then maybe some rain on Thursday. Hopefully. We basically haven't had any rain for like 6 weeks. We've had like a 1/2 of an inch in October, so that's about it. So yeah, it's dry. Harvest would be a little less dusty if it would rain. So he's going to turn around here so I can unload on him. Hey Robert, I am in Indiana, the northern part of Indiana. So here he comes. Showing up here in a second. Get unloaded. Hurry up before I spill. Get pretty full. There we go. Yep, I know of Sellersburg. Haven't been there. We will load the cart up here. He will be about half full by the time I get empty. About 22,000 or so full, and then unloading on the go, I'll pick up another 8,000, so he'll have about 30,000 on there. Get 56 to 60 on a truck. 30,000 on there now, if you can read that LED display or not. I am almost empty. Yep, it's right about 30,000 pretty much every time. So now I could go a while longer and catch me when we turn around and go the other way. So almost at the end here. You can see our grain bins in the background, so we are here working right at the main shop today, so that's all the farther the trucks have to go, so they are getting unloaded pretty quick and back to the field. So we got 2 empties waiting over there right now, and I can see up there one is pulling on the dump to unload the one he just loaded. So we would just keep going around and around. Hey, Z Lawn Care. We are in northern Indiana, close to Monticello. If anybody's heard of Indiana Beach, we are close to that. Speaking of lawn care, it's so dry. I don't think I've mowed the yard in October. So, go for another round. Unload on the cart again soon. I won't have a full load for him when we catch up to him. It'll be enough for me to get to the other end and turn back around and come this way. My allergies do not, because I don't have any. I'm kind of lucky that way. I think one of our truck drivers sounds kind of stuffed up. My wife is a little bit sniffly. She's got some allergies. She took a load of corn with me to the ethanol plant once, and that was enough for her. She was pretty stuffed up after that. Catch the grain cart again, unload again. Jump on him this time. It's kind of a partial, and then jump on him again. He'll probably have another truckload ready to take. Starting to pile up in there a little bit. Yes, TSC or Rural King. Well, I worked off the farm for 6 years after college, and I happen to run a couple of Rural King stores. So maybe I prefer Rural King, or maybe not, since I quit to come back to the farm. But we have a Rural King here in town, so that's the one I ran, and then ran that one. Assistant manager for a couple years, and I was a store manager there for a year, and then I moved and was store manager at a store the next town over for a couple of years. So I have some experience doing that. I prefer doing this. You gotta stick with me a while. I'll unload some more on them in a minute. I'm gonna show you what I can on the cab. So these are my controls. So it's kind of like your hydrostatic lawnmower. Push it forward and go forward faster, backwards, go backwards. Got all my controls for the head right here and the auger. Swing in and out, load and unload. Control the guidance for the automatic steering here. Got my mapping here. Tell me what the yield is, what the moisture is. These are all my different combine settings here. This is the guidance track I'm running on. Control my chopper, how full I am, and then my iPad is yield mapping, so that's showing how well the field is doing. Kind of expand out, see the whole field there. So we will I went to, we helped open a couple of new Rural Kings. Well, the one I worked at was new. I worked there for like 3 months before it was open. So that was a little different experience. Helped open one in Merrillville, Indiana. And they moved the Jasper, Indiana store to a new building. So we went down for a couple days and all the store managers and helped get the shelf stock and get that one opened up one time. Not quite a truckload, about 54,000, so I'll unload on him again after I turn around. I'll unload enough that I can get to the end without getting full. If we time it right, he will catch me, get the truck loaded, and catch me again before I get full. So we got 252 acres in this field. We're up to 169, 170. So getting down to close to 80 acres. That'll be all the corn for the year. We got one field of double crop soybeans to go. Double crop means we had wheat, which was planted last fall, harvested this summer around 4th of July, and then we plant beans after the wheat. So even if we don't finish this cornfield today, we should still wrap up harvest tomorrow. So the reason I turn and keep widening this gap of harvested corn all the time is if I just go from one pass to the next, I can only unload on the left-hand side of the combine. So this means I can unload whether I'm going north or south. So I can always be unloaded. Always have the availability to be unloaded anyway. Oh, there's that grass waterway again where that deer was hiding. It's long gone now. Probably still out here somewhere trying to hide in the corn, but all that corn's going to be gone pretty soon. Some of that trash built up again. I think that'll go away too, hopefully. Keep an eye on it. It's kind of working its way to the middle. See what happens. Needs to get out of there though. But, should have enough now. Get the cart, the truckload, and get it on its way. auger back, I can reach out a little bit farther, kind of fill the other side of the cart. Get in the very back there and work my way back to the front. And that's pretty good. He's got more than a truckload on there, so he can get after it. Head out, put my auger away. He will take off and load another truck. This corn right here is not so great. See, a lot of the tops are broken off of it above the ear. There's some tough spots in this part of the field. We probably planted it a little bit wet. It's super dry now, but we had a little bit of a wet spring, so I had to push it in a few fields to get things done. You see, it's kind of actually changing soil types. That's why the corn starts looking better. So you get into some nice black ground versus some tight clay stuff. Well, I got rid of my one pile of trash and picked up another. Been kind of hybrid dependent and conditions dependent. Just looking online, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, everybody's kind of been struggling with that. Hadn't been much of a problem. I had one field where it was kind of a pain, but changed some settings and helped out a bit. So see if that clears itself up or not. Hi, how's everybody doing? Not sure how late we'll be out here tonight if we just stay and finish the field. We got a ton done yesterday, so decided to go home at 7 just because we had so much done and we were kind of at a good place in the field that we finished up, a good place to stop, so we did that. We'll see how far we go tonight. Whether we finish this field or not tonight, we'll be able to finish harvest tomorrow. So no big deal. Then it can maybe rain on Thursday. Hopefully it actually does rain. That would be nice. Now I am getting a little more trash piled up than I like. Let's pull the lever back here. Raise the head up. See if this thing will clear itself out a little bit. Somewhat. And sometimes you do that, go back into the corn, it'll kind of shove it on through. Kind of like that. Got half of it. See if we can get rid of the other half. Some of it's falling in. There we go. Get out of there. Almost. Let's give it one more try here. It's just dry, fluffy, doesn't always feed great. There we go. That's got it out of there. Oh, I've been going half an hour here already. So he's just right over there by that little building, loading truck. Little over half done with it. I am getting pretty full, 80% full. Usually don't take it clear to 100 because that is corn coming over the top and onto the cab roof. If I go that far, so maybe like 95 or so, I'll stop. But we got enough room to get out the end of this row and get turned around anyway. Grain bins down there. And my full warning just went off. We will wait for him for just a second. Maybe I can jump out real quick. You guys can get a look at the combine here in just a second. Apologize about the wind. It is very windy today, so it might be a little loud on your headphones. Slow my engine down. Let's get out and take a look. A smiley face on there. This is what we're operating with. John Deere S780 track machines, the tires. Grain cart's headed back this way, so we'll get fired up. 12-row folding corn head. So let's go and unload one more time, and then I think we'll wrap this video up. Been going for a while here. Jump back in the cab. Fire things up. Rev up the engine. Full power. Put the head down. Auger out. And away we go. So I'll be here in a second. Unload me. Here comes. Go. So we'll do this one more time and we'll call that a good video. I see some more of you joined on here. That's nice. Start doing more YouTube lives maybe. They just released a vertical live video, so trying it out for the first time. We'll be out here doing this the rest of the day. Waving at me, laughing at me. I don't know whose field this is. It's become a joke this year. Too long to explain it now. Just about empty. We'll have another truckload before you know it, before I turn around and get back to the other end again. Okay, well that's about it. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching. Glad you guys hopped on. Try to do more of these in the future. Catch you later.